Hey guys, we are going to continue surface area. So remember, surface area is the outside of something. So for instance, remember we talked about the soup can. The soup represents the volume, and then the metal represents total surface area, and the label of the can represents the lateral surface area. So remember, whenever we do surface area, guys, they may give you a net. I'm not sure, but they might give you a net. So to do a net, actually I'm going to move this some so that I have some extra room. So to do my net, I always start with my base. Guys, I have a triangular prism, right? So this is my base because it's a triangular prism. That means the base is a triangle. Okay, so my base, I have 3, 4, 5, and this looks like a right angle, which is important. Now, remember we have our rectangles. There is literally a rectangle off of each edge of the triangle. Okay, so we have this one. Let's try again. And then we have another one here. And then we have another one here. Okay. And when I look at this distance here represents the distance or the length connecting the triangles, which is that, right? So that's 7, okay? Then I need the other base, okay? So we have to make sure that these fold together, okay? So that this is how we draw our net. So as a reminder, these fold together. These fold together, so that will be a 5. These fold together. So that means this will be a 3 here, right? Same thing here. So remember, we talked about in class that you can find this big rectangle here. And we have base times height, okay? Base times height. So the base of this would be 3 plus 4 plus 5. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. So this large rectangle is 12 by 7. Okay? Now the way I normally do it is a little bit different. I normally do rectangle, rectangle, rectangle. Okay? So I would be like, okay, base times height, 7 times 3, 21. 7 times 4, 28. And then 5 times 4 is 20. This is normally how I do this section. So I would be like, okay, 21 plus 28 plus 20. I'm adding all those numbers. Okay. Let me make sure I did my numbers correctly. 7 times 3, 21. 7 times 4 is 28. Oops, I messed up right here. This should be 7 times 5, which is 35. Okay. I think I looked at that. This should be 7 times 5. 7 times 5. Okay. Hopefully some of y'all caught that, but if you did this, you're good anyway. So let's do 35. Okay. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 5 is 14. Carry the 1. 3 plus 2 is 5. Plus 2 is 7. Plus 1 is 8. So either way, guys, we get 84. That is our lateral surface area. This is the label around the can, so to speak. Okay? Inches squared. Okay? Now I have my triangle. This is a 3, okay? So to find total, I need to find the rest of the yellow, right? So I'm going to do the area of a triangle. A equals half BH. Half, it's got to be 4 and 3. It doesn't matter if you put 3 and 4, 4 and 3, but it has to be where the right angle is. Half of 4, which is 2, times 3, which is 6. This is 6. This is 6. Okay? So my two triangles together are 12. So, or I can just do 84 plus 6 plus 6. It really doesn't matter, but 6 plus 6. Okay? 10 plus 6 is 16. 9. 96 inches squared. Okay? That is our total surface area. Okay? And I know sometimes these nets can be difficult, and again, they may give you a net. Okay? So we will hope that they do, because that's going to save you a lot of time. Okay? So now we're going to do this pyramid. So when I look at it, I see that the base is a square. I know it's a square because this is 4 and this is 4. Okay, so I always like to start with my base, as you know. I think this might help some of you even with volume, just saying, to start off by drawing that base. And then off of each edge is a triangle. Okay, so let's start with lateral. Lateral would be all of the triangles, right? So A equals half BH. Half 4 and 7. Remember, 7 comes from that slant height, not the altitude. Okay, half of 4. 2 times 7, 14. 14 feet squared. So do you see what I did there? I took my area and I put it in all of the triangles. Okay, so I have 14 times 4. This will give me the lateral. So 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 1, 4 plus 1 is 5. So I'm getting 56 inches squared, again, because it's area. I put that in the wrong spot. That's the lateral, right? We know that's not our total. I really should have switched these because lateral you should find before total anyway. Okay, so total surface area, all I'm missing is right here. Square, same as rectangle as far as formula. Base times height, which is 16, right? So 16 is this base. So all I need to do now is add it to the lateral. Lateral is 56 plus 14. 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So guys, we have 70 inches squared. And remember, our total surface area should be more than our lateral, right? Because total, you have to also add the bases, which will be a positive number. So now, guys, if you have your yellow packet, this is on the very, very last page. If you don't, then I want you to draw this out. And it says the net of a square pyramid and its dimensions are shown in the diagram. What is the total surface area? So in the end, I want to make sure that I have a number in each spot. Okay, guys, I remember seeing this for the problem for the first time, okay, knowing where students were going to mess up, okay? So first of all, since this is a square pyramid, we know these are all 12, right? And we know this height is 8. Notice it's what it's pointing to. Then I have this number 10. It's not pointing to this, okay? Because with this being a square pyramid, all of these triangles should be congruent. This number is not needed. And I can pretty much tell you just by looking, this number is going to be wrong. It's not going to end in a 0. I would not think. Actually, let me take that back. I'm more thinking of volume, okay? What I will tell you is that one of these answers here, one of the answers is going to use the number 10. I'll just say that. Okay, one of these answers will use the number 10. So I'm not going to cross off 960. I was thinking with volume we would be using 10, but this is different. So total surface area, we know that we have to use all of them. So I normally start with lateral, so I'm going to keep that the same. Okay, here is my triangle. A equals half BH. Okay. Oh, and I just realized something. I'm just going to stick with this, that this won't be wrong. That will not be a correct answer because I can tell 12 times 8 times 10. 12 times 8 is 96 times 10 is 960. This would be a volume and not even the correct volume because this is not the pyramid height. That's just the height of that triangle. So if you just sit there and multiply all the answers, guys, that's your answer. Cross it off. Okay, so half base. And don't use 10, use 8 for the height, okay? Half of 12, 6 times 8 is 48, okay? So my triangles are all 48, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by doing 48 times 4. Maybe I can get rid of something. Not sure, but maybe. 4 times 8, 32, carry the 3. 4 times 4, 16. 16 plus 3 is 192. So all of this is 192. The lateral surface area, I can't even spell. Lateral surface area is 192. Sorry for all the mistakes today, guys. It happens. Now I need a number here, okay, in the middle, right? Because I haven't taken account for my square. So A equals BH. Base height. It's a square. It's the same. 12 times 12. Now, if you know your multiplication facts, you know what this is. If you don't, you will need to multiply it out. But I will let you know it is 144. Okay? And by looking, I already know this one's wrong and this one's wrong because 2 plus 4 is 6. 9 plus 4 is 13. Carry the 1. 3. 336, which is letter F.